You know what that was? That was my wit's end. I'm at my wit's end. This fuel pump rebuild, it's not gonna work. Let me show you how we got to this spot. Hey, I'm Dale and welcome to the JeepSolid Garage. Today we're gonna be rebuilding this mechanical fuel pump for this 1958 cj5. Now the difference with a mechanical fuel pump, this is actually driven by the camshaft. There's a little lever sticking out right here. That rests on top of the camshaft there, and as the lobe of the camshaft's going around, pushing it up, it causes the fuel pump to pump. And if you're new to the channel, this is my 1958 cj5 that we're doing a frame-off restoration. And if you remember, I was having a fuel delivery issue. There just wasn't any fuel getting to the engine to make it run. I could squirt some starting fluid in there and it would run with that, but there was obviously a fuel delivery issue. So we're gonna take this fuel pump apart, see what's inside. So I've got everything from my rebuild kit here that I need. New diaphragm, springs, the little valves here. On the fuel pump itself, I went ahead and put a little mark on it so I could get the top oriented in the same direction. Let's get this top off and see what the diaphragm looks like. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you before we get too deep into this. When I push on this lever, well, the top's a little loose now, but it won't really move. I mean, it'll compress the spring right there a little bit, but it won't allow me to make it pump. All right, let's see what this looks like. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yeah, gee, I wonder why it wasn't pumping any fuel through there. I mean, dang, that is really bad. So these are the little valves that allow the fuel to come in and out. And obviously, I don't know if they got some bad fuel in there, why this is all so caked up. That is, obviously, fuel's not gonna be going through there. I gotta get this cleaned up. All right, I got all the big chunks scraped out of there, but honestly, I'm gonna sandblast this because I can't get down in all those nooks and crannies with a little brush to get this cleaned up as good as I want. The little diaphragm and spring here, so this popped off. There's a little groove in that right there in that stud. So that was setting down inside of there like that with the spring behind it that this lever attaches to. And by just fiddling with it, it popped off of there and slid right out. So next, we're gonna get this lever out. And to do that, there's a pin right there. I'm gonna drive that out and then this lever will come out. Okay, I was just fiddling with how to put this back together. I like to do that when I first take it apart so I know how it goes back together. Be careful with this little lever. I mean, there's like these washers and stuff on the side that'll come apart on you. So just make sure you keep it all together. So there's two little fingers here. I got this one in the middle and then these ones on the end. Then you got this guy which sticks up. This is what catches the spring. Okay, but we'll do that last. So, well, actually later, I kind of have to do it all at the same time. So what we're gonna do is this diaphragm, if you can see down in there, let me set this down. If you can see down in there, there's the back. Okay, so towards the very back, there's that little lever with a groove in it that those fingers have to grab. And then this diaphragm, there's that one there that it has to grab. So I'm gonna have the diaphragm kind of pulled out just a little bit. And then we're gonna drop these little fingers in place. So we're gonna, with these back ones here, we're gonna grab that far lever, and then this middle one we'll do second. So we're gonna slide it in. It's gonna grab that back lever, then the diaphragm will go in and grab that front one. Oh, I just did it a second ago. I thought I'd recreate it. Not so easy. So see, like, the problem I'm having is that guy keeps dropping down on me, so I want to do it upside down here. There we go. There we go, I finally got it, so it just popped right off. So I got those back levers in, And you just gotta kind of catch this front one. It'll be spring loaded, because obviously we're gonna have the spring back there and the spring there, but that's how it works. So now it's attached on there. But, whew, yeah, that was a little bit of a puzzle. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of practice that and show you guys how it's gonna go back together. So I had the bowl inside of the fuel pump here all cleaned out, nice and shiny, new valves ready to go inside of it. And then I notice I have the wrong rebuild kit. These valves will not fit in here. And it's my own fault, it's my own doing. And normally I'm very detail oriented. That's one of the things that frustrates me about this is a dual action fuel pump, meaning it has the fuel pump on the top here and then the vacuum on the bottom. The rebuild kit I ordered was for a single action, different. And it kills me that I wasted money on this rebuild kit, and that's twice now because I did the same thing on the carburetor. Well, the carburetor wasn't entirely my fault. Well, it was entirely my fault, but I didn't realize it was an aftermarket carburetor, but still my fault. So a new rebuild kit for the dual action fuel pump, it costs like $60. I don't want to spend another $60 on a rebuild kit. But what I can do is I can get a single action fuel pump for about 40 bucks. Yes, you lose the vacuum on the bottom, which runs the windshield wipers, but most people, when they're doing these cj5 rebuilds, they put in electronic windshield wipers, so I think that's the route I'm gonna go. So I ordered myself a single action fuel pump, but it actually gets better than that. So more of the reason of why I'm at my wit's end is after I had this all taken apart, ready to be cleaned out, I said I was gonna sandblast it. So today, that was a different day. Today I did all this recording on taking this apart and my SD card went bad. So everything I worked on today about taking this apart and doing the outro and all that, I lost it all. Oh, that's why I said I was at my wit's end, because I'm like, what else is gonna go wrong? So I took a break for a few hours, you know, finished up my pouting, I'm done with that. And now I'm ready to get back to this. I'm gonna just kind of reassemble this part way, because if I ever want to refer back to this dual action fuel pump, I want to kind of know how it went together or how I had it, because it is a puzzle. So I'm just gonna slap this together real quick and we're gonna move on. So if you have a dual action fuel pump, this video might help you out a little bit, but for the most part, it's a fail. Okay, when it comes to getting this diaphragm and spring in, I found it's best, you get the other arms on the pump for the vacuum side on the wipers. This one, we're gonna hold it upside down. We want the little opening this direction. We're gonna put it through the little gasket there, and then it'll just catch. If you push it in and then you kind of like hook it around like that. So I'm gonna go in and kind of fish around a little bit. Okay, I think I got it this time. The little arm was kind of stuck up in there a little bit. So we'll go in through the gasket here, tipped back. There we go. We got it. So I'm gonna call that a day with this fuel pump. My other one should be here in a few days. In the meantime, I'm gonna move on. I've got oil pan to do, the belt, got the radiator all cleaned up, ready to go on, because we're gonna get this thing ready to run very shortly, I promise. I know I've said that the last few episodes, but I hope it's just a couple episodes away and we're gonna start this thing up. This thing up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day. Oh, that was a rough one.